Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Albert, and I'll be talking about waste management. So, thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about something that every single one of us interacts with every day: trash. That is correct. It's not the most glorious topic, but it's one that affects our homes, communities, environments, and future. My presentation is about waste management and recycling, and why understanding what happens to our trash really matters. So most of us don't think twice after we throw something away, right? We tie up the bag, put it in a bin, roll that bin into the curb, and watch the truck drive off with it. As far as we're concerned, that trash has disappeared. But the truth is, nothing really disappears. Our waste has to go somewhere, and how we manage it has a long-term environmental and social consequence. So what exactly is waste management? Waste management is the process of collecting, transporting, treating, and disposing of material that we discard. It is also includes recycling and reusing materials when possible. The goal is simple: handle waste in a safe, responsible, and sustainable way. But the system behind that goal is anything but simple. Every day in the United States, we generate over 292 million tons of waste per year, which breaks down to an average of 4.9 pounds per person per day. And while recycling programs have improved in many areas, only about 32% of the waste actually gets recycled, meaning the majority is still ending up in landfills or being incinerated. So let's break down the process of starting from the beginning. When your trash truck collects your waste, it typically has two destinations. One, a landfill where waste is buried, compacted, and managed. Two, a recycling facility where materials are sorted and processed to be reused. Now, recycling sounds straightforward, right? Put your bottles, cardboard, and cans in the bin and you're helping save the planet, right? Well, it's not quite that simple. Let me explain. One major challenge in recycling is contamination. When non-recyclable items like greasy pizza boxes, plastic bags, or food waste end up in recycling bin, they can ruin whole batches of recycling material. Contamination raises costs, slows down processing, and sometimes forces recycling centers to throw out material that could have been reused. So in a strange way, sometimes people trying to recycle actually makes it harder to recycle efficiently. Another major issue is that not all plastic can be recycled. And even the plastic can be recycled are often only recycled once before they become waste. So while recycling is extremely valuable, it is not a magic solution. It's one part of a much bigger waste reduction strategy. This brings up the idea of waste hierarchy. You may have heard the phrase reduce, reuse, recycle. While recycling gets the spotlight, reduction and reuse actually has a much bigger impact than you think. Reducing your waste means cutting down on how much we throw away in the first place, like choosing reusable containers instead of single-use ones. Reusing means giving items a second life, something instead of tossing it, right? Or donating to items someone else may use it. As someone who has worked in waste management and seen the system up close, I can say that small everyday choices do matter, right? I watched people toss perfectly recyclable items in the trash bins, but I also saw a growing awareness in schools teaching kids how to sort waste properly. Neighborhoods starting compost programs, and companies look for ways to cut down on packaging. So why should we care? Because waste isn't just trash, it's energy, resource, and materials. Every plastic bottle started as a fossil fuel. Every cardboard box started as a tree. Every aluminum can can take electricity and natural resource to create. When we waste these items, we waste everything that we went into making them. Caring about the trash may not sound exciting, but caring about the planet we live on and the future we leave for our kids is small, consistent habits from each of us can reduce landfill waste, protect wildlife, save energy, and create cleaner communities. So next time you go throw away something away, pause and think about recycle? Or can it be reused? Can I reduce this type of waste in the future? These are all questions that we need to ask ourselves, because waste management isn't just a system, it's a shared responsibility, and every little action adds up. Thank you.